Hi there and welcome to the Criticalbench YouTube channel. This is Coach Chris Wilson. Today I want to talk with you a little bit about why barefoot training, barefoot activity, barefoot exercise is so beneficial to you. There's a whole number of reasons why, and I have a list here. Just number one, when I think of being barefoot, I think of what are all the activities that we do or things that come to mind when you think of barefoot or having bare feet. I think of being at home, maybe being in the backyard, running around, playing with my kids in the grass. I think about like jumping on a trampoline. I think about being at the beach and walking around. I think about swimming. I think about trying to think of other things. What else do you do in barefoot? I think about playing with my kids at like an indoor like playground of some kind, where you got to take your sneakers off. The reason I mention all these things, I'm just trying to fill your mind with all of the things that we do that are fun, that are active, with our bare feet. And I think the best circumstance I was ever put in to really drive this home was when years ago I had to get certified with kettlebell training through the RKC. And for 3 days I spent barefoot. I don't know that I had sneakers on ever, other than to go get food for lunch or dinner for those 3 days. It was 3 intensive workshop days where all day long we did kettlebell activity, but we were all barefoot. The reason is because when you are barefoot, you are more grounded automatically, and you do a better job. Your body does a better job of recruiting the muscles of your core and the muscles in your glutes. Okay? So you have to do a better job. You're basically more stable and more powerful and stronger when you have bare feet. So it's just something really cool to consider. And I never spent that much time exercising in my life in bare feet. But what happened after that was, whenever I go to do kettlebell training, or I'm doing deadlifting, or even squats, I like to take my footwear off because I feel stronger. I feel more rooted to the ground and more stable when I'm in bare feet. Now that might not be true for everybody watching this video, but it will be true for a lot of people watching this video. And until you do it, you might not really get what I'm saying, but there's a lot of science that backs this up, and a lot of great material out there that you can read more about why barefoot training is so beneficial. But we're going to go through kind of this simple list of why I really like to include it in my training and why I recommend it. Number one, as I've said, it improves the strength of your lower leg, ankle, and foot muscles. Okay, so obviously without the support of a shoe, of a sneaker, your body has to do a better job of stabilizing yourself when you're doing any kind of activity or strength training, resistance training. And that's a good thing, okay? Because sometimes we get so used to our footwear or using the sneakers to do everything that we do that we don't realize we're missing out. We get good at operating and functioning inside our footwear, but we've never really let ourselves experience what it can feel like outside of that footwear. So I encourage you to try that. We increase, as I've said also, our connection to the ground. We feel more grounded. Just take your shoes off and walk around in a room, or jump up and down, or do a bodyweight squat. Do something simple. You feel more grounded, more rooted, more sure on your feet when you have nothing on your feet. You improve proprioception, which is your awareness of your body in space. how you feel in space, how you move in space. It's your proprioception, okay? And when you are on bare feet, that sensory information is just heightened. It's improved. You have better spatial body awareness. I already talked at the start of this video about the psychological benefits of being barefoot. The feeling of water under your feet, or grass, or sand, or a big rock slab or something. This past summer, on a vacation, I was barefoot one day, kind of at this really cool area in North Carolina where you could slide down this big flat rock like a slide into the water. And just walking on all these smooth rocks and stuff just feels really cool. You can grip the rock better under your bare feet than you could with like a shoe on or something. So there's a pleasurable effect from being barefoot. I said also at the beginning, you activate your core and your glute muscles better. Okay, so our core muscles are a series, it's not just your abs, it's a series of muscles that are in our trunk area, right, that go into our glutes basically and wrap around our whole torso. And when you are barefoot, you do a better job of stimulating, activating the muscles of your core. So what do you think is going to happen to your overall production, or lifting ability, or the overall power you're able to generate in your body if you're stimulating and waking up and utilizing more muscles in your core and your glutes? You're going to be stronger. Okay, so that's the effect that can happen. You see a lot of high-level deadlifters, when they're pulling weight, a lot of times these guys, they'll wear either a super minimal shoe or they'll just kick them off and go barefoot because they feel more connected to the ground below them, okay? That's why you never want to do any kind of heavy lifting in like a runner's sneaker. You're taking away your capacity, your ability to be strong. So here I wrote, it can make you stronger in certain lifts like deadlifts and squats. You feel stronger since you're more grounded, recruiting more muscles in the trunk and the glutes. Basically, you're improving the messaging from your foot or your feet to your brain, which equals improved performance, okay? So there's a lot of sensory information in your feet. Now, of course, there are certain people maybe who have issues with their ankles, with their feet, that need the supportive type of shoe. That's not really who I'm talking to. That might be true for you for heavy lifting. Still, you want to probably do some barefoot work when you're not trying to go for your strong lifts. So stimulating the nerve endings in the bottoms of the feet help to activate the brain a little bit better, right? So you have sensory and motor nerves, right? And when you're improving that messaging, that sensory feedback, you are enhancing your ability to perform any task, whether it's strength related or balance related, okay? And this is especially great for our elderly population, for older men and women, to do more things with a bare foot. Of course, certain considerations apply, but be sure you're smart and you're making good choices based on your own personal issues and situation. But as I've mentioned in past video content, as we get up in age, our balance, we can lose our sense of balance. We can feel less stable and less sure on our feet. So one way to remedy that is to do a better job of doing barefoot activity, like what I created in the Neurobalance Therapy program. So Neurobalance Therapy program is a series of very gentle exercises. You can call them exercises. They're really just movement patterns designed to wake up and stimulate your deep peroneal nerve, your number one balance nerve in your lower leg, and to just have a better connection between your feet and your brain. Okay, to turn things on that maybe have been turned off for an extended period of time, or you're certainly not doing as good a job as you could be to stimulate this part of the lower leg. Okay, so what happens when we do get up in age and our balance is starting to deteriorate, to break down, to not be what it once was, what happens is, we fall. And when we fall, we get injured. When we get up in age, when we get older and we fall, it's not a bruise, it's not a scratch, it's not a bump. It can be a fracture, it can be a severe injury of some kind to our head, to our hips, to all different parts of our body, to our limbs. And I want to prevent that from happening to you. So the Neurobalance Therapy Program is a program designed to put you barefoot through a series of exercises that are very gentle, easy to do in your own home, and to help you improve your balance and to keep you from falling, okay? So if you'd like to learn a little bit more about our Neurobalance Therapy Program that I was so proud to create, that it's already been helping thousands of men and women all over the world to keep them from falling, to keep them upright, confident, sure on their feet, and to maintain their level of freedom and independence that they deserve later in life. I encourage you to go to the pinned comment below this video or check the description area for more information for that link. You can even go to the card above me or to the end screen at the end of this video to learn more about the Neurobalance Therapy Program. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Be sure to hit the thumbs up for this video. Subscribe to the Criticalbench YouTube channel for more content like this. And don't forget to leave a comment or a question below, because I read all these and I love to get in there and interact with all of you wonderful people. So thank you so much, and I'll talk to you real soon.